Good morning, cellmates. Well, Boxing Day today. Haven't been into my studio in a few days as I have a house full of people. I think we've had 25 and we've still got about 12 or 15 people staying with us, but they've all gone out for the day, and so I am going to attempt a painting today while they're all out. So hopefully they don't come back while I'm halfway through it, but we'll see how well we go. I did have some paints that I'd pre-mixed before everybody came, so I have put a little bit on the corners, and I'm going to use the next little bits. I'm going to use some bits of paint up on this particular pour, and this is quite a big canvas. It's 61 by 76 centimeters, which is 24 inches by 30. So I'm going to just do a swipe on this particular one again, and what I'll do is I will do it on the diagonal for this one. So this is all the paints that I'm using today are the Mont Studio acrylics. Love using them. Ooh, okay, it's a bit windy blowing in. Might have to put something on that corner so it doesn't blow up and destroy what I'm doing. So I'll just put my dirty cloth there for now. So I'm gonna try and do this one on the diagonal, but if you know anything about when I'm painting, things can change. So, but that's all in the beauty of it. Now I'm just looking at what I've got, paints I've got made up now, thinking, oh, have I got enough? Have I got enough? But we'll just go with it because I can always make some paints up quickly. So these are, the Mont Studio acrylics. Nice creamy, and today they are mixed with the Elmer's glue all and water. I have been using this just the last couple of weeks, which was the clear Mont's clear PVA glue, and I've got outstanding results, but I'm just waiting on some more to come from my supplier. The online supplier who I use is in a drop down box, so if you're in Australia, and I think they do delivery to the UK but not the US, because you can get this, I believe, in the US. So this paint, this PVA. So I have just found that I've got unbelievably beautiful cells, plus very clear and vibrant, and I think it must be to do because it's clear PVA. Just leaves your work a lot more vibrant, so it's turned out beautifully. Work I've done with that. So these are all kind of bits that I've been left over, and they've definitely been made up at least 5 days, so I'm hoping that they all go okay. I just give them I kept them covered with this wet or damp cloth, kept coming in and changing the cloth, because then they don't go all tacky and weird on me. And my pouring medium recipe is in the little drop down box there. If you're watching on a desktop or iPad or of such, you can get I have in the descriptions box, it'll have all my pouring medium recipe. So I know I get asked all the time on a video, or what did you do, and I mean, that's the reason I put the information there, so I don't have to write it hundreds of times when I get asked. But obviously some people still ask and then get a little bit upset when I say I've already wrote it down in the description box. If you just, and I give the directions, and I'm just noticing some people get a bit huffy, but there you go. Such is life. Such is life. So that was the, oh, what nice blue was that? That was the cerulean blue, which I only had a bit of that obviously mixed up left. And then this is the bright orange, and it's a really nice bright orange. You can add a bit of yellow to that orange if you want it to pop even more. yeah, really is lovely, lovely. So this is going to be our diagonal swipe. Hope you've all had a good Christmas, and if you have been on your own without family and friends, I'm sending you a big virtual hug, thinking of you. And I've been there in those times too, where I've been on my own at holiday time, and it's not very nice. But if you can, if you take up something like this, your art, you can always entertain yourself and go into your own little world and your own space, and have a good time in your art room, even if your art room or your art space is on your dining room table or your kitchen bench. Okay, we're going the real bright yellow. Ooh, really misjudged with that one and poured it out a bit quick. Yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 children here, like little children, so I'm really hoping that I can keep this painting safe. I'll have to lock the door to my art room, I believe, to keep it safe from little fingers, because, well, even adults will come into your art room and say, oh, is that wet? Is that wet? You think, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, so you do get that even with adults, so it's not just the children. Poke their finger in wet paint. But never mind. The thing is, with all the art that I do, is you just don't stress. You just can't. Just relax when you're doing it. Don't stress about how it's going to turn out, or because it's just the process, and what do you say? It's just the journey and not the destination that is the most important, really. I don't normally tilt a diagonal so much, because you're going to end up tilting all your colours every which way but loose. But you know what, this one I'm just going to go for it. Must be feeling a bit wild and stir crazy after being home for the last several days, and of course we've been home and making sure everybody's got enough food and having a good time. It's always usually on the the person that hosts that you feel a little bit worried whether people are having enough food, enjoying themselves. But we really shouldn't, because if they're not, then they needn't visit again. But you do. Just go around the other side and give that a little bit of a... Oh, it's probably not a good way either. Yeah, this being a bigger canvas, I don't know why I chose today to do this one. I should be choosing something that I'm really relaxed about. I do relax when I'm when I'm out here, so I do feel a little wound up this morning. Probably, yeah, trying to just hope that everybody's all right and enjoying themselves. But I really do like to take the time and de-stress, pull yourself away from everybody. And sorry if this is going out of the frame, I just need to concentrate on it, because I really want to do a good job here, because hopefully this is going in a to be sold. But even if you're doing this particular art form for yourself or to gift, it's equal. I mean, all of us are the same. You want to do a good job, or the best job that you can. But yeah, if it all turns to poop, you just scrape it off. It's just paint. Don't stress about perfect cells, perfect, because nothing is perfect, and this is what abstract painting's all about. Just an expression from yourself. It's what pleases you, and it's not what pleases the crowd. But there is always someone out there that'll love your work, believe me, because things I've thought, no, that is just not good, I get the most attention from, or it sells the first. So it is a weird world we live in. And we're always self-critical, aren't we, of ourselves? Maybe that must be my New Year's resolution. I'll get my words mixed up back to front here, there and everywhere. Is to, well, I do chillax. I just enjoy this art very much and don't get wound up too much about it, because it's not why I ever started it. It was, you know, my time out here to have some R&R. I'm just finger popping these edges that are not covered, because they will be covered when I swipe. So just using the fingers, and that is all good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So don't stress about that either. Just chillax, as my son says. One of my sons. Chillax, Mom, just chillax. Funny how your children say that to you, and you can be running around them like a blue arse fly, but that's funny. Very funny. Okay, all good. Ugh. Haven't got this back covered here yet, but it will get covered when I swipe, hopefully. Sorry you can hear like a buzzing noise in this. It's my brother's bought his like little fridge up that's put in here, and it seems to be making a little bit of a racket, but it's all right. All good, all good. Okay, got some more paint to layer on that, but I just wanted to make sure that was here, there and everywhere. So I'm going to put some more white on it. Again, this is the white Mont Studio Acrylics. All of the paints have got these cups have got 3 drops of the Helmar silicone. And the Helmar silicone I always put in when I make up the paints, which is 24 hours before I pour, minimum. Yeah, so they've all got the silicone in, and I stir it really well. And with that particular Helmar silicone, I don't get hardly any residue when I want to come to put a gloss coating on my work. So I don't have to worry about it too much. One last colour, which is the turquoise. Now I've took that here, there and everywhere. Do you know what? I'm going to change tactics, and I'm not going to do the diagonal swipe. I'm going to do a centre swipe, I think. Anybody that follows my art knows that I can just, if I'm going through it and I believe it needs to be done a different way, I will change, I will deviate from the original plan. And you know what? That's totally fine. It's fine by me. Okay. Very good. Think about this one now. Got just a little bit of that left. So I will swipe in this very dark navy. Yeah, any of you watch what I do, I very rarely swipe in just black or white. I like either navy, well I do navy, I swipe in red, I swipe in yellow. It's always good to yeah, have a variation. Even crimson is a lovely colour to swipe with. Maybe I should have saved my crimson. Okay, that's the wind. Wow, it's, yeah, I'm gonna have to shut the window there. It's gone a bit crazy. Sorry about that. Just thinking what I can do with this one. I'll go with the navy through the centre. And I mean, I have done this many times before, as you know that follows me, but every single time it comes out different. And I'm going to use the plastic file divider that I would normally use, or plastic file dividers are just found in office works or shops like that. I might do a few trusty silicone. This is a silicone brush, and I've just recently started. I did use it a year or so ago, but I've recently started adding some little embellishments with the silicone brush, so I think I may do that with this today. But just like soft plastic file divider works brilliant, and you can re-wash it over and over again. Hopefully going to get like a Northern Lights effect in this. So when you've placed your soft plastic file divider in there, just about a centimetre, you let the top just drop into it, and then you just let it sink into the paint and draw it just gently towards you. Just all nice and relaxed, therapeutic. Enjoy it. I do. So look at these coming up straight away. Beautiful. Yeah, okay, that's missed a bit there, but not going to worry about it. I'll just go over it again in those areas. Well, maybe that might be my cue to use the silicone brush. So I'll just swipe down with the silicone brush. And what if you just swipe with the silicone brush in odd areas, it actually, when your cells come through, it actually creates like a 3D effect, like the cells are floating. So it does give quite a nice effect, the silicone brush. So I'll definitely do a few more of those. It's going around the other side now. Oh, yoy. Okay. Just letting the file divider drop into it. Just draw it back nice and slowly. Definitely looking like Northern Lights. It's got all the stars coming up and the colours that you would normally see in the Northern Lights. Not that I've seen them firsthand, but that's another thing on my bucket list. One day. Try and not leave that too soon, isn't it? You have to try and do things and never put things off, because you just don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, yet alone the next day or so. Just pulled it so it's running over my edges now that I missed out on before. So that's absolutely fine. Fine. It's looking good. Look at those popping up already. The cells looking lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some silicone brushing randomly. Because like I said, I've just found that it gives this lovely 3D effect when the cells come up. So just do some swirls instead of straight lines. Might try it from the top down to the bottom. Ooh, look at those colours. Just doing it nice and slow so you don't kind of muddy your paints up. Ooh, lovely. Let's start from here. It's amazing what tools we all find to create different effects. I don't like that. Oh, actually, I'll do something else with that. Yeah, different tools we find that are working out superbly for this particular art. Oh, good. Wow. just trace this through here. Trace it through. Oh, it's giving some good effects. Give it a go, people. Just keeping on the side of it now. It's a very good little tool in our arsenal of acrylic art pouring tools for sure. Wow. Cross over one another. Loving it, because I know when the heat goes on, those cells that pop up then just look as though they're kind of floating 3D effect. Okay, better not go overboard with that. Hey, I might blur the lines here because I don't want the straight lines. So I'll just go over gently. Yeah, give your little silicone brush $2 from hardware. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of this. I have done a couple more like this with the silicone brush, making an appearance several times. So it's becoming quite a useful little tool too, the silicone brush. So yeah, give it a go. So I'm going to put the butane torch on it now, and hopefully those cells will look like they're just floating. It may look that I'm going pretty close with the flame, but it's not actually touching the canvas at all. And I know lots of people are so frightened of using this butane torch. So you can use either, probably a hairdryer will blow it around a bit too much, but certainly a heat torch, which is just the heat. Wow. Oh, look at these, how the green has come up, even though I didn't have green. But wowee, wowzers, look at that. Oh, I could play with that heaps more, I believe. Like with, here's my little tool. Can't find it now. Never find. Okay, it's just I just like the end of this particular pen because it's round, so you could do some traces in it. Like that, which leaves these, and it's really nice, yeah, leaves these other little different effects in it. You can go in and out, not straight lines. Beautiful. So what do you think of that, guys? Let me know. Just something a little bit different, wasn't it? I will probably play with this a fair bit more yet, because it's good fun to do so. I don't think I will balloon embellish it, but I will never say never, as you know, because I love my balloon effects in my paintwork. So you can do some swirls, have a go with it, because it's whatever your heart desires. Do what you feels right. But look, looky. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tracing out. Gorgeous. Really lovely having a play. After a few days that I haven't painted, I've really missed this. Really missed it. Just love coming out here. It's definitely my therapy for sure. Oh, lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll give you a close-up of that and see what you think. Let me know what you think. Wishing you all, I'm sure I'll get back to you before the new year, but I'm wishing you all a very happy new year. Stay safe in your endeavours with the New Year celebration parties and such. So I'm trying to give you a close up. The cells are so beautiful. There's colours within colours. They're definitely like a big smorgasbord of gems. I just believe that silicone brush, it just makes them look as though they're floating, and the silicone brush and the negative space is behind them, but the cells are just floating there. Now you certainly could do some nice balloon rolls and kisses on this, but I'm going to leave this one because I think that's just stunning. I'll give it back again. I will take some close-up photos and put them on at the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I am so humbled and appreciative to you all. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It costs you nothing, and I hope that you get something, whether it's learning or therapy, because it's relaxing, and enjoyment from my videos. So until next time, see you then.